Okay, I finally managed to get ready this recording. So, yes, uh, I am going to make a Splatoon 3 map tier list, and this is gonna be based mostly on how fun I think it is to play on this, no matter the modes. Um, Either it's turf war or rank mode, any rank mode, or tricolor turf war during Splatfest. So yes, I made this because specifically I know that Splatoon 3 has easily the worst stages in all of the franchise. We're gonna talk about that later, but yeah, I'm very aware of that, and I thought that because of that, this was going to be a very fun thing to make. So yeah, we're going to start with the Scorch George, which was is like the kind of like the main stage of Splatoon 3, which is unfortunate because this stage is very bad. Something that Splatoon 3 maps have is that they are very weirdly designed in the layout. Um, Most of the time, you have no place to go other than like the center, the middle of the stage, which is where all the game happens. And unlike Splatoon 1 and 2, they are just more narrow and more small. So I think this was kind of the main issue with this stage because the layout just doesn't work very bad. It's not very fun. There is no other way to go back to your spawn area other than climbing the top tower and then uh, running over this platform that people can splat you over. So I actually am not a big fan of this. Actually, I don't really enjoy it, so I'm going to put it on C because it's not the way. I actually like playing tower control on this map. I think it works a little bit more with that layout and Rainmaker too, because yeah, they got rid of the main issue in this stage, which is like that weird part that doesn't let you go back to your spawn. Now, Iltel Ollie. I have to say, I like this stage mostly because of the tricolor layout. Um, Obviously, I'm not a big fan of like the rest of the modes. If I'm gonna be very honest, um, probably for Clumblitz, it's sort of fun because it's like this long stage. So, um, well, for Clumblitz, as many other psychopaths, I enjoy using the brush. So when you are using a brush, you just really enjoy very long places you can run. So it's not the best because actually I think it's very easy to spawn camp in this stage because it's also very narrow. Um, but other than that, I think that it's a little bit more fun that score George. So I'm just going to put it on B, but it's still not very good. And okay, the next one is Hubble Fish Market, which I think has a little bit the same problems as Iltel Ollie, with the exception that it has like these platforms at each side that gives you alternate routes that you can get to the middle. Um, Actually, I don't have like a very big opinion about this map. There's not a lot of I can say about this. Um, I think the tricolor layout was okay. I really like playing splat zones in this map. I think it's very fun because it's fucking chaotic. And however, I feel like this map is very bad for uh, weapons like snipers or splatlings. I am a splatling main, which well, I normally use the Nautilus. That's my main, but when I try to use other weapons like the Hydra or the heavy splatling, it kind of gets a little annoying to play in this map because you know the most normal spot for a splatling or a sniper on this map is like that weird roof like in front of the middle of the stage, but it is just kind of a mess. And you can like get ink on it, you cannot refill your tank, so it gets a little annoying to play on it. But when I'm playing Nautilus or any other weapon, I think it's okay. So I'm going to put it like right beside Iltil Ali. Undertow Spillway. Okay, something I like about this stage is that I like I like the looks of the stage itself, which is something I didn't mention about the other three I mentioned before. But this stage is like kind of like a mess in some modes. There's something I really didn't enjoy about the tricolor. The tricolor layout is that the the super signal is like in this very weird like platform that's in the middle. I think that platform in specific is very awkward for all modes. Also, I don't really enjoy playing tower control in this map. Um, I like that after the rework they did on it. Like I don't remember when did they rework this stage, but they did a rework on it and it turned a little bit better because it has like these like small roots at the at each side, and it makes it a little easier to like hide during I don't know um, any mode honestly. But yeah, I feel like this in specific it is also very easy to spawn camp. I've been spawn camp in this map a lot of times, and it's pretty annoying. I like that this stage you can like easily put on sprinklers on top of the like these how to say like these towers that are also like in the middle, and you can put a sprinkle at the very top of it, and many people won't even notice. And yeah, I like that it has that like spot to put on sprinklers. But honestly, I don't like the middle area. I think it's very awkward in specific. I feel like it will be very fun if they put like a hole in middle of that like of that weird like I don't know how to explain it, but I think you know what I mean if you play this map. It's not the worst, it's not the best, so I still think it's going in here. Now, this one's very controversial. Mincemeat Metalworks. Honestly, I I don't really mind this stage as much, but I must admit it's also kind of annoying to be a sniper on this. Um, it got 10 times better after the rework they did on it, but it's still kind of not very good map. I have to say I really like the tricolor layout. I remember very vividly this was in the chocolate Splatfest, in the uh, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate Splatfest, and I had a lot of fun in this map. So I know many people don't like it. I don't have that much of a uh, opinion in any other rank mode, but I have to say that it fucking sucks for clam blades. Um, but I have to put it at least on A because I really like the tricolor layout. Okay, moving on. Hammerhead Bridge. No, this is kind of like a stretch, but I actually prefer the Splatoon 3 version other than the Splatoon 1 version. The Splatoon 1 version was honestly not very good. Um it was like kind of like confusing to remember about it, but um I think it got a little bit better for Splatoon 3, but still it's not really my cup of tea. Fun fact, I have never got to play tricolor in this stage because I remember the first Splatfest they got this stage for. It was the first one, the Deer Grab Fun Splatfest, and it was kind of like very difficult to get a tricolor turf war back then because they were still like fixing the mold and all. So I never got to play on this stage on tricolor that I remember. Um, but in the other modes, I really like the Splat Zones layout and the Rainmaker layout, especially the Rainmaker. I think this map is very fun for Rainmaker, and I really like it. But for Clamlets, I am not sure. Which I know it's kind of weird considering I already put Intel Ali on B, and I said that I like Intel Ali for the Clamlets mode. But Hammerhead Bridge, I am not very sure. And it's mostly because I feel there's also nowhere to go. But I'm not trying to be so hypocritical and I'm gonna put it on B2. But I still think this version is better than the Splatoon 1 version. Museo de Alfonsino. I have like a love hate relationship with this map, and I am not sure why. Um, I kind of don't like the spinning motive of this map, mostly because I find it kind of annoying um during like some modes. But I really like Rainmaker, Clamblitz, and Tower Control in this map. Um, but I also think that the like I don't know with some specials, this map turns a little bit too stressful. Especially like if the other team has Trisuka, this map is going to be kind of a nightmare. It's also like a nightmare to be a sniper in this map. But honestly, I am just not a big fan of this stage, so I'm going to put it on C. But I really like how it looks like. I like the theme of the museum, so I put it on C. Other than that, I think I don't really enjoy it. Oh, Mahi Mahi Resort. Okay, you either hate or you love this stage. There is no in between, and for me, I kind of hate it. Um, Look, let's start with the most basic mode, turf war. The amount of times I fall out to the water, I never fall out to the water or to the void in Splatoon maps. But when it comes for Mahi Mahi Resort, I really hate it. And it's because they shrunk it so much that this map has become super tiny. And this is one of those maps that were also a little bit more better back in Splatoon 1. And back in Splatoon 1, this was a quite a fun map. It was bigger, it was just easier to move in. But in Splatoon 3, they literally fucking shrunk it so much that all you're gonna do is fall to the water and die. Also, again, it's super horrible to be a sniper in this map. Normally, when I play in this map, I get to play like a shooter or something that I can get a little bit more of control of. But oh my god, I hate playing any type of sniper in this stage. Chargers are abused of in this map. But there's something, and is that I really love this stage for clamblades. Every time there's clamblades in this map, I hop on to play it, no matter what. However, yeah, I think they really fucked up by shrinking this map a lot. So I'm going to put it on D, unfortunately. Inkblot Art Academy. I think it's okay. I think it's alright, but I don't really mind. It's one of my favorite stages in terms of looks because I don't know. It just reminds me of schools I've been in, and I'm an art student, so I naturally like this stage because of its looks. But I don't know. I don't have that much of an opinion in this map, so I don't really mind. But I have to say I really don't like splat zones in this map because it's just kind of annoying. Oh, also, yeah, big run in this stage is kind of very chaotic. I think it's very small for a big run map, but I think that's fine. I'm going to put it on the. I don't have that much to say about this or that. I just really like the looks, but I don't mind the layouts in any other mode. Sturgeon Shipyard. Actually, I really like playing on this stage. I'm going to put it on A directly because I like it. It's one of the bigger ones, and I just have a lot of fun in this. And when there's this stage in rotation, I like to play either Splatlings or Chargers. And I'm calling like Hydras or Heavy Splatlings. Because, like, I can just play Nautilus in any other stage. But for this, I like to play more backline weapons. Because there's a lot of top spots that you can get in and, kill everyone from there. I think this was the first the first stage with a tricolor layout, if I remember correctly. But like the first Splatfest, like the what was it, like the demo game, it was a fucking mess. But I still think it's not like kind of the better one. I think yeah, the first Splatfest it was kind of a mess, but like later on they fixed it and it was a little bit better, but I feel like this stage is not very good for tricolor turf wars. But other than that, I love playing in this, no matter the mode, just not tricolor. Make art. Oh, this is sort of like one of those stages that I don't really mind, but I have some kind of like opinion similar to this, and is that you can also put sprinklers like at the very top of the stage, and no one will notice. However, you just have to get like in the very top of one block that is like in the like one of those like ISOs in the at the sides. You need to get to the very top and then jump and then drop the sprinkler. However, I have to say I really hate Rainmaker in this map and Clamblades, but tower control and Splat zones are okay. Wait, I just remember the fucking mess this map is in tricolor, so I'm going to I'm going to put it on C because I remember that. Um Sorry, it's just that I think Nintendo has to put tricolor in a more like as a normal mode to play in, other than be locked behind Splatfest. Because I don't remember many of the layouts for tricolor stages, and I'm beginning to forget most of them. So I think they should do that. But yeah, I just remember the tricolor layout for Makeup Art, and I don't like it that much anymore. Okay, Wahoo World. I am not sure how to feel about this. I like that it's a very big stage, and obviously it has like one of the most unique motives in any other stage of this game. But um, yeah, if you're playing Clam Blitz in this stage, you're going to want to jump off a bridge. But something is I have to give credit to this. It's a very fun stage, and you either hate it or love it. I'm honestly very neutral on it, but I have to admit it's a stage. It's a big stage with a unique motive, which is not usual for Splatoon 3. So it's going to put it on A anyway. Now we're coming back with most of the newer maps. Brainwater Springs. It's kind of like my same opinion as Mahi Mahi Resort. It's tiny. Um, However, if you're a backline weapon, like you get it, like a charger or a splat link, you're going to have a field day in this map. But other than that, it's not very fun. I hate clamlets in this map. I hate every single mode in this map, especially tower control. It's super easy to spawn camp in this stage, like ridiculously easy to spawn camp in this stage that is literally just not fun anymore. And literally I can just like get a Trisuka or any other special and just drop it to the enemy's spawn and then win, and that's all. And I really don't like it because of this. um it kind of gives me vibes of Moray Towers, but worse. Worse and boring. At least the Moray Towers were chaotic in its own way, but no, this stage just kind of really sucks. So I'm gonna put it on the Flounder Heights. I know many people were very excited for this stage to come back, but I really didn't like how they did it here. It was like a massive downgrade from the Splatoon 1 layout, and it sucks. Especially in tricolor mode. I fucking hate Flounder Heights tricolor. It's one of my most hated maps ever in the game. I seriously cannot stand it. Um, this stage was pretty fun in Splatoon 1, but I just don't find it that fun anymore in Splatoon 3 as much as Splatoon 1. However, Splat Zones I think is kind of fun because like you have to like you can just like look under and just shoot everyone from there. So yeah, you need to be very quick and get the high ground as quick as you can. And I don't really enjoy much about that. Other than that, I have to admit it's a very big stage. But yeah, not my cup of tea. Especially not for clam blades either. Umami Ruins. This is maybe going to sound a little bit hypocritical, but because it's also like a very small stage. But I like the layout more. But okay, I kind of like this stage. When I use charger or splat links, I have a lot of fun. And also when I take more like faster weapons, I really enjoy playing in this map. So I really don't mind when this stage is on rotation. I really like playing clam blitz in this stage as well as tower control. The other, the only game mode that I really don't like for this stage is splat zones, and it's because it's very tedious because of the platform in the middle. Rainmaker, I think Rainmaker's okay, but I still think like the checkpoints are like super near each other, so that kind of makes it like too fast to win in there. So not a big fan of those two modes, but other than that, I feel the rest are okay. Especially Clown Blades, I really like it. Manta Maria. Okay, obviously this is also like a very big downgrade from Splatoon 2. It's a little bit smaller, but other than that, I think is one of the best stages in the game. I say it. um, but I really don't have anything to say in here. I think it's very good. I think it's one of the best in the game, and but yeah, I think maybe my favorite mode here is tower control. Other than that, I think the rest are fine. I like splat zones too in here, and Rainmaker is fun here too. And obviously, I think the theme or of doing a stage in a ship is very cool. Barnacle and Dime. I am unsure where to put it, um, but I'm going to give it a little bit more of credit and put it on C. I also don't remember playing Tricolor in this stage, but I know there was a Splatfest with Tricolor on it, but I just cannot remember the layout at all. So I'm going to skip like the layout thing. But tower control is actually very fun on this stage. I have to mention, but like any other game mode, I think is also like a very small stage for that. There's almost no other. There's a bunch of cover. I have to say, like compared to other stages in Splatoon 3, you have a lot of cover in this stage. But yeah, also I like to play backline a lot in this stage. So I'm going to put it on C. It's not very good, but it's sort of fun in some modes. Humpback Pump Track. I also think it's one of the best ones. So yeah, right now here we have two Splatoon 2 stages on the top. That's cool. I really like it. Every time I play in it, I have a lot of fun. Um, Especially if you're playing like a slosher or some kind of stuff. Like for this stage, you just have to go fucking nuts. But yeah, my favorite mode for this stage is probably um, tower control. If I were to say, um, but I really like it, and it seems very much untouched from Splatoon 2, so I don't really mind. Craft Left Capital. This is this was kind of a letdown. Um, but I really wished they did something with the crane on top. Like I don't know, like something the whole world type of stuff, or like a certain top at certain times of the game it will like the crane will move the platforms and stuff or something like that. Um, like it literally moved the platforms, but it really didn't. I think it's just like your average Splatoon 3 map, so I don't know, it's not very fun to play on this. And also, if you're a backline weapon, if you're very good, you will have a lot of fun here. If you don't, prepare to get fucking killed. Ship Shake Cargo CO. I actually really like it. I think they did very good for us, Splatoon 3 mapping here. Um, and also I really like the theme of like a ship, like a cargo ship in a very in a very cold area, and I think it's very cool. Uh, however, I think that maybe my inkling is kind of freezing her ass out there while playing. But yeah, I think the layout is different than most of other Splatoon 3 maps, which gives it more points. But yeah, it is not the best, but it's quite good for a Splatoon 3 map. Robo Roman. This map is actually is I'm going to put it like right next to Ship Shape Cargo because they really did something that I would never believe they will do for a Splatoon 3 map, and is that they put like a second floor, and I could not believe it. It's actually quite fun to play in this map. Um, Something I don't like is that it's a pain in the ass to play as a backline weapon in this map, especially if you're a charger. But I think for Splatlings is very fun, especially if you're a Hydra or any other Splatling with a high range. It's quite fun, and also the idea of a ramen restaurant is quite fun. And I really like the giant ramen bowl at the top of it. However, I kind of like wish we could like interact with it or something. I think that will be fun. Okay, I want everyone to know this is like my favorite map from Splatoon 1, Bluefin Depot. But unfortunately, they also really fucked it up in Splatoon 3. They did a rework on it, and I don't really like it that much compared to how it was in Splatoon 1. But I was also a little bit disappointed to see that they changed like the main theme of it. Like it didn't look like as abandoned anymore because like in lore they kind of um I don't remember well, but they turn it into like a touristic area or something. I don't remember, and it looks cleaner. Which I mean, okay, fine, but I liked more the abandoned look of it. Other than that, I mean, it's whatever, you know. It's just a map. I really don't mind much about it, but um, yeah, it's really sad that they changed a lot from Splatoon 1. Merlin Airport. I remember like early in the game, I said something like, "I wish they make like an airport theme stage, because that will be very fun." And later on, they did it. However, it's also not that good. I mean, at least this stage has like um its own like unique theme. You know, with a how do you call this thing? Like the fun thing that you shoot and then the platform like raises and lowers depending on you ink it or not. Which sure it makes sense because it's an airport, and you know it makes sense, but it's also quite small, and I don't really like it. And also, there's not good spots for chargers in here. I know that I keep repeating that, but um, chargers are normally my second to go type of weapon. So if I cannot snipe comfortably, I don't really like that spot, that map too much. So I'm going to put it on C. But I really like the theme because, I mean, I wished they did it. So I think, and I like that there's a lot of Easter eggs in this map, like a deep cut plane or a off the hook plane. I think that's very cool. Okay, we're going to for the last two, Lemuria Hub. Um, I quite like it too. Um, I like it, but I hate it when I'm playing Splatling on this map. I really like that it's basically like Kyoto Station. When I was in Kyoto, we stayed in a hotel very near the main station, so we like will walk a lot through days to Kyoto Station. So it was very nostalgic to. It's always very nostalgic to play this stage. So I really like that. And also, it has a lot of Easter eggs, which I like. But yeah, also I have to give props to this stage because I mean it's a Splatoon 3 stage and it has a whole different layout, which it was rare to see from the early game stages. I have to give that to this stage. And finally, Arching Underpass. I think the rework was okay. I mean, obviously the original one was way more fun, but this was okay. I think they didn't like butchered a lot, like compared to Bluefin or I don't know other stages, but I think this was okay, and I think it's a very cute tribute to Splatoon 1. I also like wish they added the reef, but I think that's okay. Other than that, it's a very fun stage. It's one of the bigger ones. You have a lot of area to play in, and it's just quite fun. So I think that is it. So yeah, this is my Splatoon 3 stage tier list for me. This is just my opinion. I am not a professional uh, player or anything. I'm very casual. I like to play ranked. Um, I play Turf War a lot, and I am a tricolor enthusiast, which is a shame because I need Nintendo to put that game on like free to play. Anyway, yeah, sorry, the I just noticed the music stopped already, but yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This was just for fun. If you hate this tier list, please keep it to yourself. I really don't care. This is just me trying to kill time. Thank you. Bye.